If you're watching this video, it's safe to assume that you have stumbled across the Skinny Cop webpage on Law Enforcement Today. First of all, I want to welcome you, and if you didn't mean to be here, I hope you stick around anyway. My name is Sherry Graham Potter. I am the surviving spouse of Tim Graham from the Pima County Sheriff's Department here in Arizona. I am collaborating with Rob Greenberg, the CEO of Law Enforcement Today, as well as Kyle Reyes from Silent Partner Marketing. We sort of came up with this idea when we met at the National Police Conference that Concerns of Police Survivors puts on in November. One of the things that over the years I've become very passionate about is the health and wellness of law enforcement officers all across the country. I remarried a law enforcement officer 3 years after my husband was killed. His name is Chris Potter. He's an air support pilot for Tucson Police Department where we live. One of the things that I found after my husband's death was incredibly helpful in my healing process was activity, exercise, and that type of thing, getting out and just sort of working off stress, and I incorporated my children into that. And when Chris and I got married, that was something that we carried into our family as well. He is a lifelong athlete. I was athletic when I was a kid and up through high school, and then I sort of abandoned a lot of that afterwards. But the death of my husband, Tim, really made me change the way that I look at managing stress and managing trauma and grief and that type of thing. So I found that this was one of the key components in my ability to heal and go forth. And so as we were doing that, my husband and I realized as we were researching and deciding how we wanted to manage our health and fitness, we realized how there's a lack of support for that within the law enforcement community, and we really wanted to step in, and we were very passionate about it because as if you don't have enough stress and issues in your life, law enforcement officers statistically are just significantly less healthy than the general civilian public. A lot of it has to do with just the job that you do, shift work and adrenaline, and all of those things can create some health issues. But I don't think it's any secret that sometimes you guys don't really manage your health very well or your stress very well, and you do sometimes some unhealthy behaviors when it comes to that. So I'm not going to get into a whole lot of nuts and bolts today. I honestly just wanted to introduce myself, let you know who I was. I'm going to follow up with videos. I think it's a good way to connect other than just writing things down. I do a lot on Law Enforcement Today. I contribute a lot to that. But this is sort of my passion, so I'm going to focus a lot on this. And if there is something that you would like to see me talk about or you have questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. Contact Rob. And I'll continue to do this. I'm going to continue to put things on the website. There's just a couple things, statistics that I wanted to go over with you because I think these are some scary things, and I really want you to start thinking about this. John Violante from the University of Buffalo did a very, very large scale study within the law enforcement community. And he found that 40% of officers are obese, and that is in comparison to 32% of the general population. That's really not very good news. You have an increased risk of Hodgkin's lymphoma and brain cancer. Suicide rates, I don't think this is going to come as a big surprise, especially not recently. 8 times higher than the average citizen. That's something that we need to address, and that's something that I'm going to talk about significantly more down the road. 25% of officers demonstrate signs of metabolic syndrome. Metabolic syndrome is a very dangerous syndrome. It indicates very, very unhealthy risk for all of you. It's the clustering of at least 3 of the following: obesity, high blood pressure, high blood sugar, like from diabetes, high triglycerides. Triglycerides are a very, very important marker of how much inflammation is within your body. Inflammation within your body is very, very dangerous. Triglycerides are something that you really need to keep an eye on. And low HDL. HDL is the protective, very good cholesterol in your body that you want to see that number kind of high. So those were some statistics that really struck me when I started researching this. Studies have shown that police officers commonly test lower in cardiovascular fitness than civilians. And they tend to, when you're in the academy and the first few years when you're out on patrol, they tend to keep up in terms of athletic fitness, and then that sort of slides, especially if you're getting into a desk job or you're getting into command and that type of thing. So that you really see a decline in that as officers age, and that is really dangerous. 14 in 2017, 14 recognized line of duty deaths were due to a heart attack. A third of the line of duty deaths in the US are contributed to cardiac arrest. And those numbers are really, really troubling because there are so many of those that were possibly preventable. And so that's one of the things that I just wanted to introduce myself, let you know what my plan is, and just welcome you to Skinny Cop. And I hope you will continue to come back and see us and share information with us. Even if you have found something in your life that works really well, that keeps you fit, or within your family, please share that with us. We really would like to see that. So I will be around, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate it.